Welcome to day 4 of the 12 Days of Command. Today we are covering the Designs applet, which is the graphic design portion of Command. This section allows you to create your very own print graphics, whether those are open house flyers or postcards or door hangers. There are also templates for social media graphics, for your listings or lead generation, testimonials, whatever you can think of, there is a template in there. We'll also take a look at email newsletter designs, as well as how to create your own smart neighborhood video. Let's take a look. To get to designs, you're going to click on this icon here that looks like a little paintbrush, which will bring you into the applet. This screen will display all the designs you've already created, and then you can create a new design by clicking Create Design at the top right. There are 4 types of designs you can create. They are email newsletters, social media graphics, print marketing, and video. We're going to create a social media graphic to start, so I'm going to click Social and then click Continue. So we're now in our design templates, and you can see there's a whole bunch of categories down the left-hand side where you can search through all of the different design templates that are available. Along the top, you'll see a few tabs, such as Images, which is where you can search for stock images. You then have a tab that says My Designs, which is where you'll again see all of the designs that you've created, and you can create them from scratch. And then we have the asset library, which is where you can store things like color palettes, fonts, images, logos, etc. that you're going to be using in more than one design. This just saves you from having to re-upload the same things over and over, and you can easily grab them when you're editing your designs. So let's head back to the templates and take a look at some of the designs that are here and ready for you to use. So under listings, we have just listed, for example. You'll see a whole bunch of different styles, as well as different sizes of the graphics. So up top you'll see social wide, square, stories, and wide is great for Facebook and Twitter ads. Square is great for both Instagram and Facebook. And then stories are formatted for your story posts on both Facebook and Instagram. Under lead generation, there's some different ones as well. For example, we have the KW app, which are graphics you can use to promote your app and get people to download it. Now, we will be talking about the KW app in the next couple of days, so this will allow you to have a graphic ready to post and promote it. So let's click Use here to start editing that design. So we've opened up our design. This is what it looks like. And in the very bottom right, you can click on the Pages button, because we do have multiple pages in this design. It's set up to be a carousel on Facebook or Instagram, so there's multiple graphics that we can edit here and post all together. So to edit any of the text, you can click on the text boxes and double click to change and highlight that text, or you can click and drag to select multiple pieces of text and change them all at once. So I'm going to change this color and make it a little bit darker, just like that, and then just click anywhere outside the graphic to unselect everything. Again, we can double click on any text boxes to change the text, so I'm going to remove the new out of this because the app is no longer new. The next thing you'll notice is the logo here is not the correct logo. It is the DBA logo, so that's just an example, and you'll want to replace it with the KW Select logo. So because I have my logos in my asset library, they show under this My Assets section, and then I can click the little arrow button to replace the logo. I can also resize it by clicking and dragging from each corner. And even if you haven't uploaded the logos to the asset library, you can add them manually just by going over to Images on the left-hand side, and then click Add. This will allow you to upload any images you want to add, which you can do with the logos as well. So I'm going to go back to my pages and go to the third page of this design. And again, we need to replace this logo. So I'm going to do the same thing, just click the logo, it will open your logos, and click the arrow in the circle to replace it. You could always add additional text to this if you want to write anything. On the left-hand side, you'll see this text button, and you can add different types of text. So I've added a heading here, and note when I click the text box at the top, you can change the font and the formatting of the text, like the color, centering, etc. But I've deleted that as I don't want to add any extra text. So we've now completed our 3 pages of this design. Again, I can click Pages and go back through and double check them. And once I'm happy with the way that everything looks, the next step is to save it. Before I do that though, I do want to rename it just by clicking the name here at the top, and then I can fill in what I want this design to be named. Then just come up to the top and click this download button. Choose your file type. Typically you'll choose PNG, that's the highest quality photo, and then you can select which pages you want to include and download. It says it's saved, and then at the top you can see it's preparing the download, and then it downloads the zip file of multiple images. So that's how to create and save a social media graphic. Of course, if you go with a print graphic, the process is exactly the same. You'll just have some different templates to choose from. So let's head back to Command and take a look at the email newsletter templates. So we're in the design section, and again, I'm just going to click Create Design at the top, but instead of social, I'm going to choose email. This will open up the different templates that are already built. You can click Load More at the bottom to see all of them. There are a lot, or you can also search at the top. So I'm going to look for one for my app because that's the graphic I just created, and I'm going to start promoting my app. And if you go to the very bottom, there is a Promote Your App email template. So I've just clicked on that one and then click Next, and it will open up the template so you can edit it. On the left-hand side, you can scroll through the template to see what it looks like. And remember when I said your marketing profile is important? That's what's going to populate all of the information you're seeing here and the office information at the bottom. So I'm going to scroll up and see if there's anything in the text that I want to edit. And you can see right here it references a zip code. So I've double-clicked that text box, and now it opens up the editor so I can change what that text says. I can also format the text at the top again with fonts, colors, etc. But once you're done, just click Done to save that change. On the right-hand side here, you can see some different elements that we can add, like text, images, buttons, listings, videos, etc. So you really can customize these. You also want to pay attention to any buttons and make sure that you're clicking the little pencil and editing the link that's connected to that button. So this is where you will paste the link to download your app. And if you're not sure where to find that, stay tuned for day 6 because you will learn all about the app and how to share it. So once you're happy with your design, just always make sure to click Save at the top and save your changes. It will also prompt you to do so when you close it. So that was a very brief look at the email templates, which you can use in your smart plans, which we looked at yesterday, or your campaigns, which you'll see later this week. So the last part of this video is I want to show you how to create your own smart neighborhood video where you can feature stats from a particular neighborhood and then share it on social media. So once again, we click Create Design, choose Video, and Continue, and then you'll type in the neighborhood that you want to feature. Keep in mind you may not be able to find the neighborhood because they are still limited in Nova Scotia and PEI, so just pick a random neighborhood and fill in the stats manually. And even if you do find the neighborhood, you'll want to run the stats through Market Stats just to make sure that everything's correct before you send it out. Then you can choose the 3 best features of that neighborhood. Maybe there's shopping or they're a friendly community. You can pick 3 of those to feature in the video. So I chose shopping, friendly community, and nature. Next is your agent information. It will pull this from your marketing profile. Just make sure everything that needs to be there is filled in. And lastly is the market center information. You can see the logo's cropped kind of weird here, so you can update it or adjust the cropping. And you don't need your license number on there or the brokerage license number, but you will want the owner statement of each office is independently owned and operated. Then click Next and your video will be generated, which can take up to 10 seconds. Let's take a look at ours. see I should have adjusted the cropping on that logo, but that's an easy fix. So then just click Save, which will save it to your designs here. Over the next 2 days, we'll be looking at the consumer applet, starting tomorrow with your agent website and landing pages, and then continuing the next day with the KW app, how you can set that up and how you can share it. See you then!